Hello and welcome back to the next part of our starting Isla Glade City. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining me again. I hope you've been enjoying the kind of like the start your city tutorial. And I think today I would like to actually zone and bring some folks in. It seems like it's taking me forever to do it. But I think we're going to get there right here, right now. So let's go ahead and start. Let's stop yapping about it. Let's do it. And then we'll kind of talk about a couple different things as we do this. And maybe we'll unlock a few milestones. So I don't want to zone on this road. So we're going to go ahead and start pulling some folks in from here. Yeah, but I don't mind zoning in here. Because I use a lot of curvy roads, it's going to be a lot of busted up blocks, but that's okay. And I want to zone so that I get some buildings over here. So we're going to go ahead and zone these handful of folks. And that should bring the power, hopefully, from here. And maybe we'll do something like this. Well, maybe we'll zone not on the main road here, but just like that, those first 4 spots, we'll go ahead and make it a 2x4 here. And the same thing here, 2x4 here. And we'll see. Maybe we'll put a couple stuff here later. We'll definitely zone these two. They'll be like 2 small little houses, though. So maybe we'll make that high density a little bit later. A couple little high density small buildings. All right, let's run her. Let's get her running. So, zoning. You don't want to necessarily zone all at once like I did. Pause, because you know there's a thing out there called Deathwaves, and you might have read up on it. Hopefully you have. I have a video on my channel that kind of goes pretty good depth on how you kind of get yourself into a death wave and the difficulty getting out of one, and the kind of like the crash and burn your city might fall under if you do zone into a death wave. So when on console especially, so if you're one of my PC watchers, there's a mod called, I think it's called Life Cycle Rebalance. Might be like version 2 or Revisited 2 or something. And what it does is that causes the people that when they move in, it randomizes the age they move in. So the problem with Deathwaves in general and really on console is as people move in, they're all the same age. And of course, the more you zone, the more people you're going to move in. And they're all going to die at the same time. Usually it's roughly about 6 in-game years is the life cycle of a citizen. And once they die, of course, you need to get like your hearses and cemeteries, cemeteries, crematoriums need to handle and process the body. And if you did something like grabbed a bunch of high density residential and zoned out a huge whole area, like a whole area like this, well then you're going to have a huge bunch of deaths occur at the same time. It's going to overwhelm your facilities quite quickly and cause a huge big time traffic problem and make your city basically come to a screeching halt. So on console, normally in the beginning of the game, it's not that bad. You're dealing with a handful of houses on light residential, no real big worries there. Just get in the habit as you go, especially when you unlock high density residential, high density commercial. Zone a little bit. I would recommend zone like a block or 2, maybe max, of high density. So if it was me and this is all ability to zone high density, I might zone like this much amount of space. Let the buildings come up. Kind of like how these buildings are like coming in and coming up. Let them come up. And then once they kind of like, come up, zone a couple more. Go do something, go throw a couple trees in the park, plan your next strategy, tinker with the campus, do something. And come back and zone. And like I said, you'll be much better off for it. So we have a little bit of commercial demand too. Surprised we don't have any industry demand yet. And I want to get the power somewhere far, far away. And I'm probably not going to zone in this block here. Oh, we don't have water. How do I not have water? Oh, that's how I don't have water. Oh, well, we should probably connect that there. And I did a little bit of a sloppy job here, I can see. So look at these folks. And I'm just going to go ahead, and if there's anything I like, I might just lock it down now. But sometimes you can see how you get like 3 of the same building. Of course, they're level 1. They just moved in, right? And there's nothing really to drive up their level right now. But sometimes you might just be like, yeah, I like this building. Definitely don't like this building. But this is a university-style building. And a lot of times they do come on the 2x2s. 2x4s, but they make great level 4 buildings. They're beautiful level 4 buildings. So you might say, yeah, I like this house. So just like lock it down. Or yeah, you know what? I don't mind having like a building like this here. So let's just keep this building. And maybe we'll keep this building here. And maybe we'll keep one of these. And then just go out and do your business. And then later on, you'll come back and these ones will level up. And they'll be different. And then you can lock them down. And that way you'll have variety in your city. Oh, you need more residential, huh? Let's just go ahead and zone some more folks in. Let's get some more folks coming in our city. Some of these big blocks I'm going to go ahead and just blanket zone. Let them come in. But some of these where you got like that weird like little extra piece, I'm not going to zone there. Maybe we won't zone that either. We'll make that a 4x4. And maybe we'll do like a couple small houses in here. Like a 2 and a 2. Maybe we'll give them a backyard. We'll zone some of these too. And if there's any buildings I like I said, I'm gonna lock them down and keep them. Something like this is nice. And as they're zoning in, we should hopefully get some. I want to get this building to come in before I run the power line, so I'm just gonna wait a minute. This is a university skin. That's not a bad building. Like I said, as we go throughout our journey, you'll notice I just go and I'll check some buildings out and let's lock some down. And you'll be like, man, this guy's just strange. Randomly like locking buildings down. And it's not that. It's just like, you know, I like the red building. But this is like the same building, right? Or actually it's not. So let's lock it down. But I just might like that look. Like I said, and as they level up, you know, here's one here. Here's one. It's the same building, right? So lock this one down. And come back later and this one's a level 2 or 3. It'll be a different building. Lock that one down. Same thing, this one's a different building from this is the same, but maybe we'll keep this building. Gotta keep that building. And we'll let that one ride and see what it does. You know, this building's the same, pretty much the same building as some of these, so let them ride. Lock these some of them down. It's just a little bit like as you play the game and you kinda get a little bit more particular about your things, you'll kinda like come to find, yeah, you know, I want a little variety. Or you may actually even be going for something that's more like all the same, uniform. And there's nothing wrong with that either. Alright, I'm just going to put like something here. It might be enough, because he's not complaining about water. Alright, we got what we want, what I was looking for. How's our power and water doing? So our water's fine, power's fine. See, this is the tough thing. We haven't even started making a profit yet. And normally by this time I'm making a profit because I got the wind turbine down. But we have this coal power plant and he's a little pricey. We're trying not to generate too much. I think he's down as much as he can go right now. Right? But there's nothing else I can do. And you can, of course, if you have day-night cycle, you hit triangle and you can, if you click on here, you get the budget for nighttime. It's in purple. Because a lot of times, like, the citizens go to sleep at night or whatever, and you might find that water and power consumption is a lot lower. So you can adjust that down, trash, all that kind of stuff's down. But then you might find crime rates actually are higher at night, so you can adjust your, you know, police up, maybe adjust the fire down. People aren't in school, so you can adjust that kind of stuff down. So you can kind of like micromanage your budgets a little bit if you're playing with a day-night cycle. I tend not to really get into it too much because to me it's a little bit more of a hassle than it's worth. But you know, you may be like, yeah, I want to do that. So go ahead and do it. So go for it. Oh, we need industry. I'm not even paying attention. So let's go ahead and zone a whole block as industry here. Need some jobs. Our employment 68%. It's going to be high. So typically, when I play, I try to shoot for a 4 to 6%, maybe even as high as like 7, maybe 8%. So we'll say wide range 4 to 8, typically 4 to 6% unemployment rate. I find that provides is a good healthy unemployment because you want a little bit of unemployment because it'll force some of the higher educated citizens in your city to take lower educated positions. So that way, you might avoid some of those, uneducated workers or even, highly educated worker symbols, because once again, you're driving unemployment up. So you have a little bit more people living in your city than you do jobs. This is going to be quite drastically changed here shortly. We'll become a heavy exporter, probably heavy. I shouldn't say heavy. It's not like thousands and thousands of units, but for the size of our city, we're going to end up exporting, we'll say, probably 600 or 700, maybe even 800 units of the generic goods. And then the game kind of puts us in as an exporter in the beginning because we can't zone office as like an alternative to industry. And we don't really have that much commercial. So it's just one of those things like, we'll be kind of going through this as we go. We'll be looking at this pie chart here, the whole zone buildings distribution. To me, it's crazy off because it's huge industry, about a quarter residential and a small sliver commercial. I mean, typically what you want in this area is you want about 50 to 60% residential, 25 to 30% commercial, and the rest of the 20 to 25% being industry/office, with them roughly sharing about 50-50. Unless you have Industry 4.0 or the other one, there's another policy that boosts your industry output. That's going to, of course, cause the industry piece to shrink a little bit. So, it'll shift the pie chart a little bit. But as we start the game, the only jobs you can really zone is some light commercial, which you don't have a whole lot of demand for, and industry. So, like I said, the game's going to kind of throw us into this, like, heavy exporter mode. And it's nothing that we're doing wrong. It's just how it is. Once again, I'm just going to lock a handful of buildings down. You're going to be like, man, this guy's crazy. Because what happens is these buildings are going to level up to level 5. Because we're going to build a kick-ass city that does that. And, you'll find that it's like this. You'll have like 5 level 5 buildings that all look the same in a row. And I want some variety in here. So I might just lock a handful down. And then if the other ones level up. And especially if you can kind of imagine something like this where you have like the factory building and it's like the storage right next door. So maybe you keep those. This is really cool to put, like, you can zone some of these. There's some nice zoning patterns you can do around your cargo station. To kind of like, because how the cargo station comes with like some crates and stuff already on it. You can kind of zone that next to it and kind of extend that and put some fencing around it and kind of make it look like your cargo station's kind of a little bit bigger, and you just kind of bring it a little bit more to life. Let's see here. We're almost turning a profit. We might have to take out a loan. Darn coal power plant. It's killing us. It's killing me, Smalls. It's killing me. We can go ahead and probably zone some more folks. Yeah, our unemployment dropped down from 68 to 24. That's good. We'll zone this little spot here. Where are we, Phil? Maybe we'll do like a row of like this small homes here, like just like little 2x1s, just to see how that looks. And we'll fill them back in as they come in. We can do maybe a 3. Let's try a 3 and a 3, and then we'll do a 1 and a 1. Maybe we can get like something that like kind of combines it, makes it look like almost like a nice residential compound where you get like the house and like a little garage or a little something small building. You can kind of imagine in your mind that maybe that's a little guest house in the back, because if it zones something that puts the building in the back here, like I said, it might zone a small little like hut looking building that you can say, that's like that's a tool shed, man. Yeah, we can play around and see how things come out. No, we're making money. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're making money. Finally. What's our first milestone? What we got to hit here? Oh, 800. Wow, this map is got some big numbers. Let's see, what's the final milestone? 85. Yeah, it's one of the higher ones. Not the highest. The highest I think I see is 90. It's the final milestone. Oh, we got some commercial. Let's do some commercial. Let's do some bigger commercial buildings over here. We'll zone a couple stuff on here. It's 4x4. This guy here. There's some stuff in the back. Do we want to have commercial buildings in here? Yeah, I think it's good because we have a good amount of space. This is going to be the only road we zone like here. This road's going to kind of follow like the farming area here, and it's hooked back in, I think, and that'll be like a neighborhood. So that should be pretty good. There's another 4x4 here. We don't have any specializations yet, so we can't do like organic. I think that'll be the first one we unlock. Do we unlock that on the next one? Let's see here. That's gonna be in this file. So what do we get on this one? So I want to get to that one the most. It's 3. Oh, so we get taxes. We have to put down garbage, healthcare. We'll probably get our first. Yep, we get our elementary school. We get the recycle center. So those of us who have the Green Cities DLC, that's gonna be nice. Well, I'll probably put down a landfill, and we'll hold off on the recycle center until it gets to probably landfill gets about 70%. The next, we get terrain tools yet? No. We can't do any terraining at all. Can't even plant any trees yet? When do we get to plant trees? Oh, landscaping. Everything happens at Tiny Town. And it's so stingy. They're holding off until then. Self-sufficient, so we get the organic stuff at Worthy Village. That'll be good. And then I'm not going to use the forestry specialization or the agriculture because we're going to use the industries DLC for that. Oh, we don't even think we even have paths yet. Nah, no, we don't even paths. We can't even do nothing. I'm gonna let those commercial buildings come in. How we're doing? How is our industry doing? That's an interesting looking building. Oh, we need more water. More water, please. Alright, if you say so. I did not run my water pipes very well, I'll tell you what. They're like all over the place. And we'll do the 440 deal here. We gotta get this back into alignment with the rest of our life. And we'll connect these two up. Might as well connect the grid back up. Sometimes it's nice to have multiple connections networks. So like sometimes you'll get low on water. And like you'll see a certain section of your city kind of like getting the water symbols first, because they're the farthest out from like your water source. But if you kind of like network things, you know, I feel no scientific data really to put it into practice here, but I feel like you can ride it a little bit better. Like if you make it radial, so like radial is just like a straight line out, right? No connection, no, it's not networked. Then you know at the very end you're gonna kind of feel the loss of water pressure, so to speak. But if it's like all networked, so like just like how I brought a pipe back here, you know, maybe it helps support the water. You know, the water has multiple paths, so maybe if I run low on water, I can ride it a little bit longer before I start getting a bunch of symbols. Who knows? How are we doing on things here? Oh, 5% unemployment. Oh, we need more. We need more people. More people, please. And we got some of these buildings in here. So I like some of these houses. They're nice. We really don't have anything that can like drive up our land value right now. I don't think there's anything other than because we don't have education, we don't have any kind of leisure items, no services really. So you know we're kind of like in like this weird stuck spot. I guess we're gonna have a bunch of level 1 buildings everywhere. But that's good, because once we start leveling some stuff up and we'll get to school, we'll put the school down. So we got to think of where we're going to put the first university. Not university, elementary school. Let's see, maybe like somewhere in here. Oh, there we are. 380. I must have read it wrong. 800. I was over 1. Okay, so we get garbage, medical clinic, elementary school. Very good. So we'll put down the medical clinic and elementary school. We'll take a look at our education system. Education in campus area? You mean I can actually... What is that? New service. I guess it's just a new service. But that doesn't mean I can zone a campus, does it? I didn't think you got that early. Nah, new feature campus area. That's the big town. That's when you get high density, right? Big town. Oh yeah. 7K. That's what we gotta get. So garbage. I mean, we'll talk a little bit about garbage. Maybe some philosophies on garbage as we're kind of leveling up in the zoning and kind of having folks come in. As well as maybe we'll talk about education. Some ideas around education. Opens up loans. So that's good. I don't think we need a loan. We got 23,000. I mean, we're doing fine. Let's see here. But I do want to put down let's see. So let's go into the info view and just look right now. So our elementary school, we only have 77 citizens available to go to our elementary school, and I think they're like 300 is the capacity. Let's see. And we only have the one. When do we get the other one? Where is the other one? How come I don't have it? Do I not get it on this map? I guess not. Capacity 300. So probably in a handful of minutes we'll throw this guy down. I'm not going to throw him down right away because we just don't need it. Our education, we have 80 eligible students. Maybe when we get to about $150, so half capacity, I'll go ahead and throw that down. Our commercial area is going to be mad at us because they're going to be wanting educated people to work there, but that's okay. They can go abandoned and they come back and then they won't need them anymore. Let's see, health. Like I said, maybe we'll do some health stuff in here too. We'll throw in. Maybe we'll throw in some. We'll start with putting our services in the roundabout, which is a no-no. Definitely don't do that. But in the beginning, traffic is light. You don't have a big city. It's fine. And that way, our services will kind of spread to here, and to here. So maybe we'll put health, fire, and police as we get them in this area here. And then as we grow, our city grows, we're earning a little bit more money. We'll take that set of like services, maybe throw them down in the residential area, and maybe put a couple in here and kind of split, add some more as we can afford to do so. Which we will be able to do that. So let's go ahead and put down some health services first. Like I said, it's going to give us some coverage. Maybe we'll put it closer to the people here. And make them a little happy. We probably need water. Now we're good with water. How about power? Let's pull a little bit of power off of here. I said this is not permanence. This is just, hey, we only need one, so let's put one in. Oh, garbage. So let's do garbage. Let's talk about garbage first. So in the base game, you're gonna get landfill and incinerator. You'll unlock incinerator later. Of course, landfill is nice. I tend to use landfills and the recycle centers because they're both really, really efficient. The recycle center is the most efficient trash processor in the game. I tend to use that one. If you got the vanilla kind of like base game, you're going to use these two. And I would probably, the way I would recommend you doing it, if you're having trouble with money, or especially when you're first starting out, put down more landfills and incinerators, probably at a ratio of about 3 to 1. And let's go ahead and plot this down somewhere as well while we're talking about it. I know I want to put the fishery in here, so he's going to be in the way if I put him there. So maybe you can go over here, this guy. Hopefully it doesn't pollute the water too bad. And I don't have power to my pump. No, I don't want to lose water. There we go. It's a 3 to 1. It's probably a good ratio to do, and on a per tile basis, we'll say roughly maybe 2 to 3 landfills per kind of like an area this big. If it's we'll say high density to mixed density. It's all light residential, light density stuff. Probably just 2, and then maybe one of these guys, kind of like in between the tiles, if it makes sense. So you'd put like maybe 2 or 3 of these down in like an area, say one in, and maybe 1 or 2 in here. Maybe if you had like a nice spot somewhere down in here, you can put 1 here, and then maybe like your incinerator could be like over in here, kind of like helping out, and unloading these 2, and maybe like 1 or 2 over there. Because you really want the job of the landfill to be the guy that collects the trash, because he's only $1.60 a week, so they're cheap. You can just throw them down, throw a bunch of them down. Whereas the incinerator is $14.40 a week, so it's a pretty expensive asset to put down. A lot of. Of course, like I said, unlimited money, go for it. Or, you know, if you're not having problems with money or you don't care about making a whole lot of money, you know, go for it. But like I said, if you're kind of trying to build a more, you know, fiscally mindful. Oh, Hatters is stopping in. It's there. Think over one is 280, I think. What are you saying, Hatters? Oh, by the way, I'm on Twitch. You just take my name, Noob Build City, smash it all together, and of course, you know, you can find me there. And Hatters joined. Hatters, one of my favorite viewers, and also a streamer that I enjoy watching as well. Stop by and say hi. Help us build the city, I hope. I need his help. Please help me build the city. How did this look? How did this turn out? Yeah, see, I kind of like this. So maybe we'll do this as like a pool house. We'll do this building. And maybe we'll just keep this. I don't know, we'll see what that turns into. And how do these come in? Maybe we'll keep one of these. Keep one of these. And we'll keep one. Keep this one. I mean, you know what? Maybe we'll keep them all. Nah. I think other one is 280. You're talking about the recycle center. The recycle center is... What is the recycle center? It is cheap. It's 240. Exactly. So, oh, back to garbage. Well, we should... looks like we're running low on juice. If I had to guess. Yeah, let's go ahead and raise this up a little bit. Alright. Oh, we can do taxes. Taxes 12% if you're trying to make some money. The citizens won't get mad at you if you raise it to 12. And we just hit that, and you hit that the first milestone. So that's kind of a good time to do that. Water, we're good still. Power, let's bring it up to like 60%. That should be good. How are we doing education? And now that we talked about trash for a few minutes. Oh, we have too many jobs. People. 104. We're getting there. So we'll zone some more folks. I kind of wanted to finish the little discussion on garbage. And then I was looking at some of these buildings here. So let's kind of look at these. I'm just taking a look. I just want to see if there's anything that I kind of want to keep. You know? Something that looks a little unique. A little different. And let some of the other ones just, like I said, level up, do their thing. And then we got to think about where we want to put the elementary school. And we're going to need some cross streets in here somewhere. And probably another street in here. So we'll have to kind of start thinking about the structure of our residential area. I kind of wish they broke this up into four squares instead of 5. But maybe we'll zone like something like this. We'll do a 4 here, 4 here. We'll just give them like one little space. I mean, it's not as efficient, we'll say, but that's okay. Yeah, something like that. Maybe we'll do something the same thing over here, but we could do it so it's a little offset. Like that. That way they're not exactly across the street from each other. Maybe we'll do something like that. So, I would like that. Oh, finishing up on garbage. Oh, we need to put some garbage down. That should go away. So, oh, I did. Oh, never mind, I did. Oh, we're good. He's down. See, like I said, landfills are pretty cheap. So if you just have landfill incinerator, just go ahead and throw a bunch of these down. A couple of these, roughly 2 to 1, 3 to 1 is good. Or, like I said, throw all incinerators down if you want. It's just going to cost you some money to do so. If you have the recycle center, it's $240 a week, which is not that much more than the landfill. So really, you could do a whole city of recycle centers, which I have done in the past, and your trash bill will be pretty low. If you want to kind of get a little bit more fiscally mindful about it, you could probably throw these guys down in like maybe a 2 to 1, because they process about half the capacity of this guy here. He's 48,000 a week. He's 24,000 a week. So you're looking at more of a 1-to-1 or maybe even a 2 recycle to 1 landfill. Maybe 2 landfill to 1 recycle if you really, really want to push it and see if it'll work. I've never really gone that far this way. I tend to do like a 1-to-1 or a 2 recycle to 1 landfill kind of like ratio. And once again, on a tile, we'll say of mixed density, maybe like 20,000, maybe say 10 to 15,000 citizens. You know, you might be get like 1 or 2 landfills and maybe 3 or 4 recycle centers. It's kind of like the expectation there. Let's see here. What else we got? Garbage. These guys help purify the water. And then this is like your hub and spoke. We'll kind of get into that a little bit more when maybe these unlock. Maybe we'll actually use these as city. We'll replace what we have with these two. Because we can try something a little different. And let's see. Schools. I don't know, you hatters, you still there? How you doing? Oh, maybe I missed them. Let's do something with school here. I kind of want to like run a road in here just to see. Like I know, well, what do we get zoning yet? No, we can't do any zoning yet. The district painting tools I'm looking for. So I kind of want to quarantine off a couple areas, but just haven't gotten there yet. I know I kind of want a road in here, but I think I want this road. Let's draw this road out. Just to kind of see how I want it to go. So maybe it'll kind of come up in here, curve into here like this. Like that. And maybe we'll have a road that kind of helps follow this along a little bit. So I want to keep like this, like I said, this is going to be kind of like a teardrop shape. And I kind of want in the middle like a nice kind of a little bit more of a servicey area type area where we have like police, fire, and all that stuff. Maybe the high school, do a little bit of detailing and a little bit uniqueness for the high school, a tennis court, that kind of stuff, or maybe even a city park in here. I just have to see how big the area is going to be. I'm wondering if I can kind of pick a road that's like here. And what did we do between the blocks? We did 4. Yeah, we can kind of keep the spaciousness between the blocks. I like that. I'd like to give myself a little bit of room. So maybe we can do something like that, and then kind of come around in here. Like that as another road, and maybe hook this into like here somewhere. Maybe like bring it from up here and have it kind of come like this. And then we'll do like an intersection in here. So I want to leave this open. I just wish I had something I could paint down here and help kind of block it and keep me in check. So let's find like a good spot to hit. So like the block could be like here. So we could even do something like this. Can we get that far? Let's see. We can go this here. So maybe we'll curve this road up a little bit more. We'll hit like the next node up. Kind of like here. And then we can like hook it in the like here. Oh, I like that. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe we drive a road into maybe we get rid of one of these houses and drive a road into here. So these roads won't be exactly. Or do we want this to be like a smaller block? Maybe we'll drive a road right here. Get rid of the zoning. So we'll rezone that. Yeah, I know. I upset you. Sorry. I am sorry. There you go. Rezone that. A little bit longer block, but that's okay. And then maybe we'll do some connection here. It's not bad, but maybe we'll just pop it right here. We don't have anything. Oh, I blew up a house apparently. I really made them mad. Whoa, we're on the big bulldozer tool. That can be dangerous. So, what's going on here? Oh. I like that. Give me a 4x4. Perfect. We lost this house. He just don't know. He was dead. He just didn't know it yet. He would do some couple of small houses here again. Maybe we'll do that here too. Yeah. He can move out. Maybe this is the whole block. I don't know how to do the buttons. I don't know how to do the buttons, man. What's going on? That's probably not on that road. That is probably not on that road. So it's going to struggle with zone. If it's zone at all. Alright. So high school, elementary school. Maybe the elementary school can go in here. I think there's a nice spot for it. It's something like this. Here. Or maybe up right in here. Actually, I kind of like it on this corner here. Can we set it back a little bit? So we could do that. Like set it back here. That's not bad right there. Do these guys a little bit more commercial. Oh, I like that building. What building is this? Little ice cream shop. Little Five Guys. There you go. It's a little space to eat. I like this little spot. Ice cream. Is a little bit more commercial. Let's see here. I kind of want to leave this spot blank for now. Maybe we'll get some folks in the back here. So there we go. I'm gonna do a 2x2, 2x4, 2x4 there. Another Five Guys? Looks like it. You're really giving me that a lot. We run out of juice? Let's see. Water's good. Power is a little low. We are. Let's bump up to 75. How are we doing over here? Mr. Industry needs some help. So I don't want to necessarily zone on like some of this part because it's kind of like the main way in. I do want to zone some stuff in here though. Or am I gonna put a second power plant here? I just might. Our next milestone is 800, right? Or close to 880? 800. Oh, we're getting there. And now we have some folks in the education process. Let's see here. Where are we? Yep, eligible 109. That's not bad. They're going to start getting educated. We're going to get some folks ready for high school. That's good. That's real good. Can we expand a little bit more too? We got some places to put people in here. Let's just do that. Alright, we're looking good. We are looking good. Making a little bit of money. So that's always good. So when in doubt, we could just let it run for a little bit if we need some cash. What do we got here? A Cranburger? And a Five Guys. We can put a bunch of these back here. Let's see. No, they're like threes, aren't they? Yeah, they're 3x4s. Zone those in. We'll see what this big bite. We already got a big bite. He's over here. Maybe we'll let that one level up a little bit. We do a couple small shops right here, just to see what we get pops in. Should do this. It looks like we need more folks. Different folks for different strokes. Oh, I like that next to this building. It's a storage facility for this thing. Very nice. We didn't really have a conversation about education. So, education, usually, my cities tend to be smart cities. I use Industry 4.0 a lot. And I use the education boost, and that usually has my city usually does just fine with education. So, kind of like my philosophy on education is you place a number of schools that you need to meet the demand that you have. So, what the heck does that mean? So, if you go into the info views under education, you can see here, elementary school we have 114 available, our capacity is 300. So, putting down the one is good. I would say I wouldn't put any more than one down right now. I don't go by the green that you get. That's just really more or less increase in land value and the services it provides to the buildings in that area. I mean, you can put more down, of course. If you can afford it, go for it. But really, all you need to do is, for your education, is just make sure you have the capacity to meet your eligibility. So in this case, we got 300 capacity and 117 folks in our city that are eligible to go. So we're definitely meeting demand, if not a little more. For our high school, we have 41 eligible. Our capacity is 0. But when we unlock high school, we'll probably won't put it down right away. We'll probably wait till we get to like maybe 300, 400 citizens, and then put it down, because the capacity of a high school is like 1,000 students. So, you know, you can put it down right away. So I'm not going to tell you not to. It's just, you know, do you want to put down a big 1,000 student high school for 40 students? I mean, Peter Avenue. Hey, how's it going? How you doing? You doing well? Mr. Peter Avenue's just stopped by. Say hi. I don't have any libraries. They're not available yet. So schools. That's the schools. You just put them. And then, of course, if you're using the campus DLC, you don't want to put down any of the universities in here. It's like this guy here, because they'll still people from your, you know, this guy here, the Modern Institute. They'll still people from your university, and you want your university to be able to level up. Are we having problems with people? We don't have enough people. Oh, 1%. Oh, geez, we need more people in our city. Oh, geez. Talking about education, we need to like get some folks to come in and live in here. How are you? How are you, Peter? How's life treating you? You know what? I actually want to leave some room to put stuff in here. Sorry, you wanted to move in, but you can't, because I told you can't. Because I want to put stuff in here. Alright. Maybe a couple big houses in here. There you go. And maybe put, I don't know. Maybe we'll leave this open. I don't know about that spot right yet. Not bad. Just been relaxing for the day. Nice. Good for you. Not like a whole lot of work or anything? Long day of not much movement. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you just need a day to recharge the battery, you know? Recharge your battery. Is this all I'm getting? Is these little weird little buildings? Just ate 4 muffins. Feels good. What happened here? What is this nonsense in this building? It's like, I don't know, man. The earth cracked here. Apparently there's a sinkhole there. Good, good. We had chicken nuggets for dinner. Me, my wife, and my little son. The little man. Nice, very nice. Looking for you. Congratulations, man. It's always nice to have a day off. I'm off tomorrow. I had a half day today because I had a storm drill. Well, maybe we'll say goodbye to YouTube. So I think I've been running this for like almost an hour, and I know it's getting a little long. So maybe I'll just kind of zone some more, bring some more folks in. Oh shoot, we just hit the next milestone. So maybe I'll bring it back for the next milestone, and we'll talk about maybe some other services and stuff. And we'll definitely do an organic and local produce area. So we have the ability to zone districts? Oh yes, we can zone districts now. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And maybe we'll come back for that. Thanks for joining. Hope this was helpful. Hopefully you enjoyed the city so far. I think it's looking pretty. Got a nice like organic layout in here. Houses look pretty nice. Like I said, it's kind of humming along. We're making some money. Not a whole lot, but we will next milestone for sure. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, reach out to me at New Build City. I'll smash my name on again on Twitch if you want to interact, just like Mr. Peter Avenues. And I wish you the best in what you do next. And as always, happy building.